regulatory framework for international seed trading. It is one of the important aspects, especially India's trading is concerned on seed-related issues. So we all know that worldwide, everyone associated with agriculture, they are in a tremendous pressure to meet out the growing demand from the various sectors. Under these situations, if you want to, the only option is to go for enhanced yield increases. If you think of going for enhancement of the yield increases, that is mainly possible through the quality seeds of high-performing varieties, which can able to adapt under wider agroclimatic conditions, which can able to give a maximum output as well as a benefit for the farmers. So here, this one particular slide I used to quote everywhere because everyone, the Leonard August gathering assembled here who are very well deals with the seed. But however, whether the seed is intended for domestic or international marketing, its performance never change. If you look at the small tiny seeds of banya, a small one, a miniature plant, how is it able to produce a big banyan tree? That is the miniature plant's a capacity, a potential, I can say. That's why the seed can be a dictator, even outwit all our teleological imagination. That is the potential of our seed. And that was the reason why worldwide, nowadays, there is a growing demand for the high quality seeds because the seed is the main source of delivery. Because nowadays we are looking for the inculcating various trade-specific technologies. If you want to really derive the benefits of the trade technologies by various communities, that it has to go through only a seed. And that was the reason why, and we are all gathered here, and everyone, because we are all looking for the good things. Though there are, whenever we talk about any industries, there will be a lot of challenges and opportunities. Accordingly, we are all capable to frame and implement the suitable strategies and global action plan to come out and overcome the challenges so as to achieve our vision and mission. So this slide will fulfill why this topic of this voice variety certification. If you look at the globally, the last more than a decade, there is a tremendous and exponential growth over the seed industries globally. Even as on date, we are telling about the globally, the seed value of seed markets around 7.5 billion. The growth, compound annual growth rate is looking at around 5 to 6% the case globally. However, in India, we are growing at a MSC for the past 4 years, 12%. And this was the reason why most of the multinational companies started entering into the seed industries and they are entering into various businesses. This is I was indicated because anywhere, wherever we go, whenever we do any business, any aspect, first we should understand what are the indicators so that we can able to plan accordingly. If you look at the status of our both domestic and global industries, naturally it is growing very well, and also it's going to projected to grow around more than 92 billion the years to come. And the compound annual growth rate continues to support by 9.4%, 9.7% because of the high-yielding varieties, active participation, and more involvement of R&D technologies, new technologies, and more active participation of both big and small firms in the seed industry, not only in the domestic as well as the international trading point of view. And it encourages the seed industries. And moreover, when you look at the Indian as well as the global seed sector scenario, really it is painful. Even though every year we talk about that within a few years, within 5 years, India is going to become the 3rd position, 4th position. Though we have all potential, if you look at the total total area which is being used for the agriculture world over, India is the one out of the total area of cultivable area, we are using 48% for the agriculture sector. Though the USA and China, they have a lesser side, but now they are the number 1 position among the value of seed trading internationally. Because we have a lot of potential. Indian seed industry is vibrant and potential, but still we lack certain issues that when people like us, everyone assembled here, take care of all those issues to address the reading issues, naturally, including the enabling regulatory framework, we can also able to come up. But however, we are going in the right direction. Currently, we are in 4.5% when compared to other side. And this is the one way. If you look at the region-wise, when you talk about the global seed market, we talk about based on the crop, based on the trade, based on the region. Among the regions, there are 5 regions are important. One is North America, that is the major share, followed by Asia Pacific, then Europe, rest of world, and followed by Latin America. And this is our Indians. Just I wanted to show that India also we have a lot of potential. On a crop basis, we have all potentials. And similarly, both active participation of the private and public sector, in which the Indian seed industry mostly dominated by the private, where they contributed more than 60%, especially in the hybrids and some of the OPVs of rice like that, and public sector contribute only 40%. These are all our potentials. Coming to the real issues, because whenever we talk about the seed sector, it is everybody's responsibility to strengthen the seed sector. The strengthening of seed sector can be possible by the seed producers, the companies who actually adhere to the, whenever go for seed production, we have to adhere to the policies and regulations that guarantee the quality of seed consistently. That is very much essential. If you look at the nationally and globally, every country has got their own national seed laws. Every country has national seed laws. But however, there are standards differ. But still, we are taking a lot of efforts, continuous effort have been made in order to harmonize certain regulations as well as take care of the assurance of the products. But when you talk about the international organization, when you go for international trading of seed materials, there are various organizations responsible. Even though my topic is a varietal certification for international trading, which is the globally certified scheme for a regulatory framework, but however, this OECD alone cannot serve the international trading purposes. It has to collaborate. It has to have a linkages on a seed-related issues on the allied other international trading organizations also. So some of the issues I am going to, what are some of the organizations which are involved here. If you look at the international organizations, there are various organizations that are involved in the regulating the quality of seed materials in the international arena. And one among the organizations is the Organization for Economic Development, who does actually, there are so many schemes in that. And one among the scheme is the OECD scheme. And the main job is to develop a seed certification process which are globally harmonized for regulating the varietal identity purity across the global among the member participating countries. That is the main job of the OECD varietal certification. Of course, we are also India, we are having an excellent regulatory framework of domestic certificate system. However, when you wanted to go for international trading on a harmonized way, participate in all member countries to make our seed material on a free flow across the global or Indian or the trade territories without any technical trade-related barriers, naturally, the affixing of these labels and certification of that OECD label will facilitate our Indian seed also can able to move globally so that can be possible. So we can look at the varietal certification. Not only OECD does, some of the allied organizations like AOACA, the Association of Official Certificate Agencies, who also does the job of varietal certification, mostly confined to in United States of America and other allied member countries. They also does the same job. They mainly concentrating the certain states like North America, South America, even Australia, Canada, where whoever wanted to establish, strengthen their state, regional quality assurance program they are supporting. But nevertheless, they are not also deviating from the OECD. They are also harmonized, and both the OECD and ASO are closely coordinating in order to avoid all these some of the contradictory issues as they are going in a right direction. There is no issue at all. So I'll come to the later on about the certification process of OECD. So next part, see, the OECD is mainly meant only for the varietal identity purity. When a variety is going for a multiplication, the progeny of the next generations, whether the pre-control, whether the previous generation of this seed is a perfect, and we are going to evaluate there only. But it doesn't mean that only with the certificate only anybody can go for export of seed material. It is not at all possible. Not at all possible. We have